Welcome to Hold On to Your Butts. Today you're going to have a really exciting conversation. Well, it's not that exciting. Brogan's going to share too much information about our showers, and Wyatt is going to get very into some book that he apparently hated, but he keeps talking about it for a while. And then we eventually get into some car games, which apparently Kirsten and I are the only ones that know anything about them at all. So thank you for listening and enjoy.
Wow, it was like 3 seconds. That was still really good. Yeah.
Yes, it's time to listen
Hold on to your butt.
Oh yeah. It needed a second. Just a pop. Isn't that amazing? Just a pop. She looks great. Look at that picture.
It's surprising the Raiders only one loss.
That looks really good.
How long since the Raiders were good?
It has been a while. They were pretty good last year, and then Derek Carr got hurt. I didn't realize he was playing again. Hey, if you just joined us, welcome to the Hold On to Your Butts podcast. It is not a sports podcast.
Not at all.
And if you've been listening to us for the last 27 episodes, because this is episode 27 of the Hold On to Your Butts podcast, so we appreciate you joining us. We do have the Thursday Night Football game on here in the background. Spoilers. This isn't live, guys. You're not listening to this show live. It is pre-recorded. It is Thursday night currently.
But we don't like pause and re-record. We literally go.
I don't think it's ever happened
through.
once. I don't think we've ever stopped recording. Like, we are straight through, and now, is that because we're pros, or is that because I don't want to have to edit any?
Yeah, we don't want to edit any, and we're like, we do go to the bathroom a lot. You guys don't hear that.
Yep. It
Like
would be
not
cool.
like we actually go to the bathroom, not like in our seats.
What if we mic
just
up
have
the
a-
bathroom so that no one's ever, like,
Off.
not on mic? You know what I'm saying? That would be pretty sweet.
You just have a trough. Under
Can you
the
talk
table.
just talk to me for a second, buddy? I'm just checking your audio.
Yeah, hi, bro.
This is a great example of when we should maybe cut. But we won't. We're not doing it.
Not for you guys.
So, Brogan, I had Aaron Rodgers on my fantasy football team. I know you did too. It's everybody.
I don't want to talk. Like, again, this is not a sporting podcast, but I do want to talk about that just for 1 second. I am a huge Packers fan, and some devastating news over the past weekend. Aaron Rodgers is out for the season-ending collarbone injury. Now, not only am I a fan of the Green Bay Packers, but I am a proud fantasy owner of Aaron Rodgers. Now, for some, no, I know.
You picked his name. You didn't do anything. You picked his. I'm a proud fantasy holder.
That's the man. I am a proud fantasy, and it's really going to fuck up my fantasy season. I mean, epically. It's not going to be good, but, you always put your real team ahead of your fantasy team. That's just fantasy sports 101, but, even then, I'm a little bummed. I'm hoping that maybe they slip in and pick up Tony Romo. That would be pretty awesome, but who's to say? Now, I know you guys don't listen to us for our sports talk, so we can get into some video gaming talk, some entertainment talk. Because if this is the first time that you've ever tuned in to listen to the Hold On to Your Butts podcast, my name is Brogan, joined as always by Buddy and Wyatt, to bring you sort of hot takes. We don't really do that too much anymore. If there's big news in the video game industry, we're going to talk about it. We're gonna tickle it a bit. If there's big news in the entertainment industry, so movies, comic books, TV, or just whatever we want to talk about. At some point in the show, we're going to switch it over to topics where each of us brings a topic, or at least how many of us time will allow will bring a topic to discuss, and that can be anything, again, related to movies, TVs, comics, life, dating, whatever. You can be a part of the show if you reach out to us at geeks@hotyb.co. Send us an email and just let us know, what do you want to hear us talk about? We're willing to do that. We're happy to do that. We like you guys. Okay. Marshawn Lynch just got ejected.
Where?
Sorry. Oh, yeah. I said geeks@hotyb.co. Yeah. And they know. We got some veteran listeners here. They know, and they won't stop emailing us. It's getting embarrassing. Like, it's getting embarrassing just going through these all the time. It gets very tough. Okay. What are you guys, Buddy? You're in a new seat today, and it's a little strange for me. So
you keep looking at me and not Wyatt.
it is, but there's
Stop
two
looking at me.
mic. Like, I know we'll take a picture eventually and post it, but like, there's two mics in between my eyesight and Wyatt's eyesight.
I can't see your hands right now.
Right. Audio show. But it is hard. You find that it's hard on the show to make eye contact with each other, you and I?
I only stare at
specifically?
you, and that's it.
You
No,
just
well,
stare-
actually, in Buddy's old seat, I would turn and talk to him. it was hard to turn and talk to my right. I think that was the difficult part. But it was just me just talking to Brogan the whole time. I didn't give a fuck about Buddy. It really is what it was.
What if we do like a triangle of looking? I'll look at you.
I don't like what you're doing right
when
now.
you're
Look
talking
at Brogan and Brogan. No, just at all times.
at all
Whoever we're
times.
talking to. Yeah.
So if I have to deliver a facial expression to Wyatt, I'll let you do it for me.
I'll pass it.
You'll pass it on.
Okay,
That's pretty cool.
Tough.
That's
It'll be
pretty cool.
tough.
I like it. Okay, so what? Let's talk about news. Little beep 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 beep. The news. You do the sound better than me. What's like the news?
What do you mean I do this?
You do this, you know the news sound, like the news ticker.
Oh, I
like
thought you were
the-
doing like Porky the Pig at the end of W. Yeah, that's what you were doing.
That's a good Porky. I didn't realize I had. But
No.
give me the news tickers. It's time for. Keep doing it. Like, you lost it. I don't even know what that is anymore. Okay, buddy, you had a piece of news.
I had a piece of news. Yeah. So I was reading the news, and apparently, as
you do.
a little slow on the intro. Here we go. Apparently, Activision filed a patent, and I was telling Brogan a little bit about earlier why I don't know if you've heard this yet, but they want to do like smart microtransactions. In that, like, let's pretend you're playing a shooter game, right? And they notice that you're using sniper weapons a lot. I think you want to be a good sniper. They will, like, smartly pair you up with somebody above your level that's also a good sniper, and then try to sell you, as a microtransaction, the gun they're using. So that way you're like, oh, I really want to, like, have that gun. So you buy that gun, then they'll pair you up with, like, people who are, I don't know, not very good against snipers or something to make you feel like, oh, hey, I bought this weapon, and now I'm doing really, really well. And so, like that, they can totally, like, manipulate, I guess, how you're playing the game.
On the previous podcast,
Yep.
I told you
This is
I
timely.
don't
This is timely.
like microtransactions. I don't like pay to win. I think you should earn what you get. I'm sorry for those people that don't have the time, but that is bullshit.
Yeah.
That is absolute bullshit. Like, I think I might have been on the other fence on the last episode about it, but I knew this was going to enrage you. That is everything wrong with microtransactions to me.
I mean, there are microtransactions that I think are okay, like skins. That's like Dota does all skins. You have all the characters, everything you want. You can get skins and taunts and couriers and stuff like that. You can earn them normally, or you can buy them, and people choose to do either. There's other ways that they make money, but doesn't affect the gameplay itself.
This is basing the
this is
gameplay around
literally-
it.
Totally changes the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is literally managing your gameplay to motivate you or get you frustrated and annoyed to buy something, and it pisses me off. It's so stupid. That it's just, and the problem is they're the first ones through the door. They're gonna get the flag. It's gonna breeze over, and everybody's gonna do it. That's what's gonna happen.
They
I
said they haven't,
promise you.
used it in anything yet.
Part of it,
yeah.
Fuck
part
that
of it is
bullshit they
marketing.
have, eh?
Part of it's marketing, and I understand that. I understand the business case behind it. You know, they are, again, the game companies. As much as we think that they're on our side, like, they're here to make money, and they're going to make money however they can best make money. And this is just optimizing that to some extent. And I get that, but as like a consumer of these products, like that does rub me the wrong way. You know.
That is so stupid.
Maybe we should start a
I'm
new
surprised
segment. I have
they're
a
so
new.
public about it. Who ratted them out? or
Somebody
whatever?
must have like when you file for a patent, it becomes public. So somebody must have seen, hey, they filed for this patent, and kind of
Yeah.
Fuck
like I don't know that part of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. This is gonna be. I like this new
What does
segment.
Activision even do anymore?
Tony Hawk, I assume. That's probably not
What
true.
do they do? They don't
Best
have.
game
Let's see, I'll
ever.
look it up.
They don't have Guitar Hero anymore.
They do. I think
they do have Guitar.
They're
Hero.
part of the Call of Duty franchise now.
They have Call of Duty. Wait, are they primarily doing Call of Duty?
You know how they do it like
that
every
it?
other year? Like one studio does it one year, one
Yeah.
studio does it the other year. I think Activision and Treyarch publish.
Yeah, they don't have any
Call of
games
Duty,
that
I'm pretty
interest
sure.
me anymore, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But the other ones are going to pick it up anyways.
Are you going to get the new Call of Duty, by the way? World War II?
I'll see where it goes.
I think I'm probably going to get it. I think that sounds pretty cool. I
don't-
like the idea
I
of World War
probably
II.
won't.
Sorry.
Probably won't.
I skipped past this. I have a new idea for a segment on the show, and it's called "What's the Rub" with Wyatt. So something that's making
really
Wyatt
gets
mad.
grinding
Yeah,
your gears.
like what's really grind. Yeah, it's like a grinding your gears segment. So something that makes you mad. It's gonna be like, "What's the
I'll
rub?"
tell you that.
And there might even be a song that I have like in my head, like that I kind of want to put down on paper, so we can have like some intros to it. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna give you an idea.
Okay.
You know, let's just workshop it here live on the air.
All right.
Live on the recorded podcast.
The song?
Yeah. So, like, let's say something like you would intro it. Why you would say something like, you know what's really making me mad, or like give me one of those. Like give me like sort of like what
You know
you would
what
say.
really makes... Wait, what was the thing? What rubs me wrong?
Yeah. Like what? Like you know
What
what's
did
really
what did you call it? Gives me-
like yeah. What's the rub?
What?
With Wyatt?
You know what the rub is with me?
I hate that.
So, because I can see that it would be so natural in conversation. Okay, so one more time. Give it to me and I'll get it.
You know, what was the comment?
Damn it!
You know what the rub is with me?
What's the rub? Tell me what's a-happening. What's the rub? Tell me what's a-happening. What's the rub? Tell me what's a-happening. What's the rub?
What's the rub?
Wyatt. I don't know. So, like, I think with just a little fine tuning, like, that could be pretty. Okay, so look for that next week. And by that, I
I was
mean
about to join in.
3 months.
Yeah.
What's the rub?
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, also joined in studio tonight by the Sisters Mesh. so there's both their last names, which is something we try to avoid. Anyways, Kendall and Kirsten.
Great.
So there's their first names. Are joining us in studio tonight. Again, Kendall is my wife, and Kirsten is dating Uncle Wyatt over here. Just as context, just background for all of you. All right. So, buddy, we thank you for that news story. What have we been watching? What have we been viewing with our eyeballs recently? Wyatt, I think you and I both recently saw a couple of
Two
movies,
things.
yeah, that are worth talking about. You pick which
Let's
one.
go
we
with the shitty one.
Okay. So I see. This is where I don't know if I
You're not
agree
gonna
totally.
agree with me? All right.
But go ahead.
So I remember when we came out, everybody was really pumped to see it. And I just recently watched it, I believe. Kirsten, when did I watch it? She didn't,
What are we even talking about?
Okay, she doesn't remember. I watched it, I believe, on Monday, maybe Tuesday. It was Ghost in a Shell.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we even talked about going to see it and doing a spoiler cast. I hated it. I'm not going to lie. I thought I was so bored. The first time I tried to watch, I fell asleep. The only thing I felt like were the redeeming quality of that movie was the initial bad guy. I thought that actor did a great job of such a creepiness. The problem with that movie is, first of all, she's supposed to be a ghost in a shell, a robot.
Wait, can you give us a general premise real quick?
Yeah, so Scarlett Johansson wakes up on an operating table and finds out that her brain has been put into a fully robotic body that is owned by a military robotic company. And
So the world at large has. I'm going to jump in for color. The world at large has transitioned into replacing body parts and internal
blurring
organs.
the line between human and robotics.
Robotic enhancements and
Yeah.
stuff. And so, but this is the first time. This project is the first time that they've fully just taken the shell of a robot and put someone's brain into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, they are a fully functioning human being in their mind, body, and soul, but like the shell in which that they're walking around in is this fully optimized war machine robot.
Yeah, and so you already
RoboCop.
You already have the mystery of what was her past. How did she wind up on on that table? And then she has a villain that's hacking everything and killing public officials. Now, the problem is she was not impressive. She's not.
Scarlett Johansson?
Scarlett Johansson, her robotics and her abilities were not anything that I didn't see in anybody else. So they were talking about how she was going to revolutionize the company's robotics and warfare. And she didn't do shit, in my opinion. Nothing differently than the people she tagged along with. The second thing I didn't care for was I didn't know I was watching the ending. And the reason I'm saying is that it was very anticlimactic ending. I thought it was really boring, and I didn't even know I was seeing the ending until it ended. And I was like, "Oh, wait, that whole thing was the end." I thought there was.
Let's go with the warning. Full spoiler warning because I want to talk about it. It's been out for a while, so if you haven't seen it, buddy, God knows you're not going to watch it.
I mean, Scarlett Johansson's in it.
Is that one of your testaments or your commandments?
I like Scarlett Johansson.
Well, what's
So you would
the
see it.
director he loves?
Oh,
Scorsese.
no,
Nolan.
Nolan. That's it.
Nolan and Johansson.
And Pixar.
That's it.
Nolan
Pixar.
probably would have done a better job with this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but
But go ahead. Yeah,
so I really liked it. But I can definitely see every point you're making about it. Now, here's the thing. It's like, I get really into futuristic sci-fi in general, and I'm going to like it. I liked the setting. Like, visually, it was a really cool movie. Like, the style of this movie was really cool. Just, like, walking around. Was it Tokyo? don't know.
somewhere in China,
Yeah.
Beijing or Japan.
Now, one of the big issues with this movie when it came out was that it was another instance of whitewashing in Hollywood, where they had, the character was supposed to be Asian in the books. Like in the book, she was Asian, or in the anime, she was Asian. Then they cast Scarlett Johansson, and there's been a
here's
big controversy in Hollywood recently of people that are white getting roles that could go to Asian actors and stuff. And so